Hi everyone, this is Abhishek Gupta and in this video we are going to understand about MCP server primitives. So first of all we are going to discuss about what exactly is MCP very quickly, okay? Then we are going to discuss about MCP server primitives. Specifically we are going to understand about prompts, resources and tools. And then we will see a use case and then we will see a demo on Claude Desktop and then a code walkthrough, okay? We will understand the code step by step. So now let's understand what is MCP. According to the official documentation of MCP, MCP is an open source standard for connecting AI applications with external systems. Okay. By external systems, you can understand any kind of external server. Think of it as a USB-C port for AI applications. Basically, nowadays we have this USB Type-C port which you can use to connect any electronic device. You can use for your phone, you can use for your laptop. So it's basically that one standard. Similarly, by using the analogy of USB-C port, MCP is an open source and standard for connecting any kind of AI application with external servers. Now let's understand it by an example. Let's say you are a CEO of IRCTC. For the people who don't know about IRCTC, it's a Indian government entity responsible for managing catering and ticket booking services in the Indian Railways. Okay. Now let's say you are the CEO of IRCTC and you want your users should be able to purchase the tickets from the chatbot interface from, let's say, ChatGPT or Claude Desktop. So what you can do, you can expose your own MCP servers and people will be able to connect with those MCP servers via MCP clients like Claude Desktop or ChatGPT, and just by chatting with this, people will able to book the tickets. So this is the core concept behind the MCP, and there is lot more technicalities. If you want, I can create the detailed video. As of now, just understand MCP is just standard for connecting AI applications with external systems. By external systems, it could be any kind of server. Okay. And by the way, I've taken all the information from this particular website. This is official documentation of MCP from Claude. In this image also you can see MCP is this standardized protocol where you have your AI applications this side, and on the right hand side you have all the data and all your servers. So basically MCP is facilitating the communication between your AI applications with your servers, with data sources and tools. Okay, basically the server. And if you want to understand more about MCP, there is very good article on this topic. Definitely go ahead and read it out. It's great. Okay. Now let's understand what exactly is MCP server primitives. Now this is a very good image which shows everything about MCP primitives, and I've got this image from this particular website, blog.dailydoseofds.com. I'll definitely recommend to you people to read this blog. Okay. Now let's understand this image. It's a beautiful image explaining every MCP primitive. By primitive, basically it's a building block for anything. Okay. Under MCP primitives, we have MCP client and MCP server. Now, under MCP clients, we have three primitives, three building blocks for MCP client. First one is sampling, second one is roots, and third one is elicitation. Now, as of now, in this video, we are not going to cover this MCP client. We are only going to focus on MCP servers. But in upcoming videos, for sure, I will cover everything in detail about MCP clients also. So, under MCP server, we have MCP tools, resources, and prompts. These are the building blocks, the primitives for MCP servers. Okay, now let's understand here. See, tools are controlled by the model. The functions your LLM calls based on user request. Okay, basically tools are being called by the model itself. We do not do anything as a user. We do not have the control of tool. LLM does the tool calling. And as of now, just understand this is controlled by the model itself. And second one is resources. This is controlled by the app. As a user, we can control it. Okay. And but we cannot make any changes here in the resource. Resource is basically just that extra context to the LLM. As of now, just understand it is read only data. See, read this passive data source offering read only access to the context. It is just giving that extra context to the LLM so that it will be able to make better decisions. And prompts, basically this is controlled by the users. Okay, what happens that, let's say you are doing something very repetitive task and you are entering the same prompt again and again with little bit of tweaks. So you can keep it as a prompt and you can just use it. I will show you in the demo part, then you will understand it better. Okay, as of now, just understand it is controlled by the user. It is just a template. Okay, now let's understand the use case, then you will understand everything better. Now let's say you are an HR and you have to create a job description. Your company is hiring an AI engineer and you want to create the job description. Nowadays many HRs, they use AI for creating the job description, but the problem is when you have to create a job description according to your company's format, you have to write long prompts. You will get inconsistencies in job description, and LLM, basically the AI, does not know about your company. Then there is this context problem. Okay, now what if you can reuse that prompt? You can write one prompt and you can reuse that prompt again and again just by changing the job title for which you are hiring. And the second problem that we face here is context problem. For context problem, what if LLM knows about your company as the resource? Okay, so if LLM knows about your company, this context problem will get automatically solved. And if you are able to reuse that same prompt again and again just by tweaking it little bit here and there, then you are able to solve these two problems: inconsistency in job description and tired of writing long prompts. So this problem can be solved by this particular solution. Okay, additional benefit: after creating job description, you can post it on LinkedIn, Naukri or anything just by using tools. So now see here, for prompt reusability, we are using this prompt MCP primitive. For letting LLM know about your company, we are using this resource MCP primitive. And after creating the job description, if you want to directly post it on job search sites like LinkedIn, Naukri or any other, we can use the tools. We can write the functions and it will do automatically everything. So I hope you got the use case. Now let's see really in Claude Desktop how it works. Okay, now in Claude Desktop I have this MCP server named video 2, and see it has post job description tool, and for resources we have this add from video 2. So I have a prompt create job description and I have a company info basically as a resource. Now let's say I say create job description. Basically this is a prompt, and now it is asking me for the job title, which job title I want to create the description for. Let's say I say AI engineer, and I'd say add prompt. So if you click here, you will see this entire prompt that I am passing via code, and the value which we entered about AI engineer, it is dynamically filling here. Okay, we will see when we will see the code. Okay, now I have given the description, I have given the prompt. Now I want to add the resource so that LLM knows about my company well. So let's say add from video, then I can add the company info resource here. So now here if you click, so you can see this is a dummy company, Innowave Technologies, and here is some information about the company. Now let's hit enter, and this will create a job description for us. Let's wait. See, it is creating a job description for us, and this will be consistent because you are giving the same prompt again and again, and you are giving the company info so that it has the better context about your company. Now it has created a good job description, I would say, according to the prompt. And now let's say I have to post it on LinkedIn. So it is asking me, okay, to post on LinkedIn. I say yes, post on LinkedIn. And then it will try to make a tool call, which I already have. So see, it is making a tool call, passing the job description as argument here. And let's say I say allow once. So it will say perfect, I have posted successfully on LinkedIn. If you expand it, here you will see this tool returned job description posted on LinkedIn successfully. Although here we have not posted actually on LinkedIn, this is just a dummy code, but you can do it. Okay, you can just use LinkedIn API to do this. So I hope you understand the use case now. Now you have a good idea what exactly is prompt, what exactly is the resource, and what exactly is tool. Now let's see the code. Then you will understand it in much better way. So I hope this code is visible to you. Okay. So first of all, let me show you. See, there is this file with me which is prompts.txt. In this file I have written the prompt, and here if you will notice, so there is this placeholder called job title which we filled dynamically in the Claude Desktop. Okay, and here it is one more thing. Here there is a resource. It is basically the company info. There is in this file, it is in this file called resource.txt. Now let's go on the main file. So we are just importing FastMCP and OS, and we are creating a MCP server here. Now let's first create a resource. Now whenever you create any resource in FastMCP, so you have to write this particular decorator mcp.resource, and under this decorator you have to pass this URI parameter. This is mandatory parameter, and you write resource : / you can write anything here, it does not matter, but it is a required field. Okay, you can write resource : / your name, my name, anything, and then you can write your resource name, description. This resource name always comes here when we in Claude Desktop, when we see company info, this is the resource name, and this is coming from here. Okay, see, it is coming from here. Company info, this is coming from here. Okay, you provide a description of the resource, and then you simply write a function here. Now this function is doing nothing except opening this resource.txt. Okay, I'm simply opening this resource.txt, and I'm simply returning it here and nothing else. So this is the resource which we have, and after the resource we have this second primitive which is prompt. Now to define the prompts, Also we have this decorator called mcp.prompt, and we have to give this name, and again this name will be reflected here. If we say add, then you can see it is getting reflected here. Create job description, it is coming from this particular name. Okay, then we give the description, and again we create a function. It is accepting the job title that we gave here. Like now let's say if I say create job description, now it is asking this job description, a job title, basically it is getting passed over here, and whatever if I enter here, so this value will come here in this job title. Okay, and here also I'm doing nothing special. I'm just reading this file prompts.txt, and I'm just reading it as a template, because if you remember, this file has this template here. Okay, placeholder, basically job title, and I'm doing nothing special, just using this simple Python dot format method to replace whatever job title I'm getting with this job title, and simply returning it, and if there is any exception it will return it. So simple Python, I hope you understand. If you are understanding about MCP, then this is a basic thing, it is expected. Okay, now let's define our tool. So again we have a decorator named mcp.tool, and we are giving the name here mcp post job description. Now this name is again getting reflected here. If you see under tools, MCP server, this post job description is getting from here, coming from here. Now there is one important thing, you cannot add spaces here in between. If you do so, Claude Desktop will throw an error. So make sure you separate it by hyphen or underscore. Okay, so in post job description we are simply returning posting job description, and this is printing, and we are simply returning this job description posted successfully. Here what you will actually do, you will write your logic. You will write your logic to post it on LinkedIn. You can use LinkedIn API and do all the stuff here in this function itself. Okay, and it will actually post on LinkedIn. Just to keep this video simple, I have not done this. If you want, in any other video I can show you that also. Okay, and simply we are running this MCP server on stdio protocol, and that's it. Let me summarize everything now. So resources, they are basically used to give that extra context to LLM. They are read only. Okay, meaning you cannot change it. And then we have prompt. It is controlled by the user and it is dynamic. We can fill in some values like job title. Here we did. Okay, and it is controlled by the user. Basically, to get rid of repetitive tasks, we use prompts and tools to perform any kind of action, and it is controlled by the model itself. Here in this example, we did not go and call this tool. LLM automatically did. We just allowed it to go ahead and do the stuff for us. And now I hope you understand about MCP server primitives. And if you have any doubt, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Link will be in the description, and this code you will get on GitHub. The link will be in description. And if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comments. I'll make sure to solve your doubt, and please subscribe to this channel, and if you find this video helpful, please hit a like button. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you again.